This is my third report of my stock Dominator 5 strategy, and I'm just going to go over this real quick here. Ultimately, this strategy performed really well in bear markets and not so well in bull markets. The reason a lot of stocks right now are very high as far as their yearly values are concerned, and as a result, my watch list is loading way more shorts than it is long positions. So right here you see there's 25 short stocks on the short watch list and only 11 on the long. So yesterday, I should have actually filmed a video of my screen yesterday because it looked horrendous. I lost about 3.5% on the day, and the Dow and all the indexes were down. The Dow was, or up, that is. The Dow ended up closing up about 140 points. Well, today we had a total reversal and lost all those gains in the market. And as a result, the strategy cleaned up once again. So today's P&L of 38.78 is really solid. Pretty happy about that. I'll show you a report showing today's closed positions right now. And as you can see, it's closed a lot of positions. This is page 2. $1,854 in closes took place today, so really solid. A big turnaround from yesterday. So far with this strategy, every day where there's been a big down day, it's cleaned up. The 2 days that have been fairly big up days, it isn't performed so well, but the day immediately following the up days, there's been a big down day, and it's taken all that money off the table. It's every loss has been reversed, and I've ended up closing positions profitably. So I'm just gonna run you through the auto trader right now because I'm not 100% satisfied with what I'm seeing, because I'm leaving us kind of exposed here in a number of ways, and I'll explain that right now. Ultimately, this strategy, it's adding to my positions way too quick. I like it when the market's barely moving, but a day like today, where it moved almost 180 points, it could cause you to buy a stock multiple times and load up on one position that goes against you, and if it goes way against you, you could be in one position for 10 to 15% of your bankroll, and if it goes significantly against you, it could hurt your portfolio significantly. So I'll probably be adjusting this just slightly, not to add so quick, and trying to reduce our exposure to any big negative moves as far as the strategy is concerned. So right now, a negative move for this strategy is actually when the indexes are up significantly. Every time it's been down like this, it's been a huge up day for us. And every time it's been up and down, and basically wiggled, it's been a very solid day as well. So basically the premise of this strategy, it's only buying stocks that are very bearish for short trades or very bullish for long trades. It's a pretty simple set of rules that are dictating how this thing performs, and so far, just in 6 trading days, it's up almost 6%. But if you could see it yesterday, I was down 3,500 for the day, and a few of those days in a row would have the average guy pulling his hair out, not knowing what's going on, thinking this is garbage. And ultimately, the goal is to make money, but you want to be able to limit your risk and potential downside as well. So couple more tweaks to this strategy, and I feel it'll be performing optimally. But if you look right here, the P's stand for profit protection, the Y's for the fact that we reached our goal. Over here, anything that's white, that's a closed position. Anything that still has a color is what, an open position still. So I'm just going to scroll through it real quick. There's no need to really explain it all, except for the fact that I'm buying too many lots of each position too quickly. But you'll see a lot of P's and Y's, and you'll notice that certain positions I purchased many lots of, and that's just based on how the stock was moving throughout the day. It went 25 cents against us. We were buying another lot, and the one rule I have in effect to make it so we don't end up just buying 20 lots of a stock that goes significantly against us is we'll see right here that where it says trading shares and then max shares, I can only buy 5 lots maximum. I'm buying in 200 share lots. So basically, the problem with this though could be that I end up loading up on a stock, it goes against us, I buy all 5 lots and it keeps dropping, and that could be problematic. So that's the one issue right now with this strategy. So yesterday, this strategy, as I said, didn't perform so well. It was an up day in the market, and it lost about 3.5%. Well, one thing I noticed, I actually decided to restart another auto trader with the same profit goals a little later in the day. I started the other one to start opening positions at 7:30 instead of when the market first opened. And that strategy made it so I saved. Sorry about that, fellas. That strategy made it so I saved significant amounts of money. It saved about $2,000 just getting in a little later in the day. Because yesterday, what happened? The market was up 40 points or so pretty early, and then it kept climbing for the first hour, and then it just kind of leveled out. So by not being exposed to that upward movement, this strategy saved a significant amount of money. So one thing with Cool Trade, when you're creating a strategy, you notice things like that. When you initially create a strategy, you watch it, you watch the market. You could put a rule into your watch list, or your open positions actually be better, where it wouldn't get in, or where you're only going long if all the indexes are up, or short if all the indexes are down. Or another rule that you're not buying if maybe the Dow is up. More Dow stocks are up over the last 5 minutes than the previous 5 minutes, or 10 minutes versus the previous 5. Where it would basically, the set of rules that would relate to when you're buying would indicate an upward trend. If you don't want to go in as the stocks are trending up because it's a short strategy, you'd create a set of rules that prevent that from happening. So it's something I may add overall in this main strategy, because I'm kind of using this as my default. But what I'm doing is I'm testing it in other auto traders. So basically, what I'm getting at is I would have taken an extra 2,000 or so off the table, or I wouldn't have taken 2,000 or so extra off the table. I would have prevented myself from losing 2,000 or so that I basically just returned today if I hadn't gotten in so early yesterday. So this balance would be significantly higher. So also, I'm not going to show you the auto traders just for simplicity's sake at the moment, but I'm also testing the same rule set with 2 day trading strategies. One where I close all positions at the end of each day, or at the end of the day yesterday, with no stops, just If they reached my goals, they closed, and if they didn't, no matter what, I was closing out automatically at the end of the day. And the one that was like that got hit pretty hard. I lost about $1,000. And the other had two stop losses, or had a stop loss for the long and short, and they're very small, 10%. And on Monday, which was a down day, it cleaned up, made about $1,000, and my exposure wasn't much at all. I was out of almost all the stocks pretty early in the day, and it took my profit and didn't keep a bunch of money in there that could have resulted in extra losses. So that was good. Yesterday it was good too, because even though it was a huge negative day in this auto trader, this one, it said negative 3,500 or so for a good portion of the day. That one only was down $200. So not a bad day, all things considered, because it was loaded up on shorts, but it prevented me from losing much in those positions. And then I also, as I said, created a variation of the same strategy where I was just adding to my positions a little later in the day, and that saved me about $2,000 from end of the day losses in this strategy. So ultimately, when you're creating a strategy, you want to test the different variables that make up your strategy, and you'll find that a small change in one rule could make all the difference in the world in how your strategy performs. And that's kind of the goal here. We're not always going to be right, but with a tool like this, you can make it so you're right far more times than you are wrong. And with the the many ways you can profit protect through profit protection, through your trailing stop losses, through everything here basically. Your exit rules, the stock turns, you're in a long position and the stock turns bearish. You can exit based on indicators, based on price movement, all sorts of stuff. All these little features make it so you should be able to take money off the table pretty consistently and get into positions where you're far more likely to get in the right way than the wrong way. And it's a thing of beauty of done right, but the trick really is to find what's making your strategy work and improve upon it. And that's what I'm going to be doing here. So hope you guys found that informative, and stay tuned. I will probably be doing another one of these on Friday, showing how this strategy performed at the end of the week. And just to give you guys a quick guess at what I think is going to happen, well, based on what I've seen, if the Dow is positive the next 2 days, this balance will be far lower depending on how positive it is. If it's negative, it will increase in value, and if it's flat, I also expect it to increase in value. So we're just going to see, and I'm not going to make any changes to this main one for quite some time, maybe 3 weeks or so. I'll keep fiddling with the others, and ultimately, eventually, though, I'll be making multiple changes here, and hopefully I can get the strategy working where it's making me money when it's a positive or a negative day, and that's the goal here. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, and stay tuned.